Hello, I am Mystic RA, and you're listening in to Talking the Shadows. This is video 2.5, I think. We're back to talk about RWBY again, and I'm midway watching Volume 8, and um, I just I have the feeling that I want to talk about the villains and maybe rank them or whatever, uh, share my thoughts on each villain and you know. Um, you know, have my thoughts because they're villains now. We're in volume 8 and we have tons of villains um that that died and are still around. So that's what's the that's what's gonna be about for this video. All my thoughts for the villains and whatever. Hope you enjoy it. Stay tuned. Okay. So the villains. I'm just gonna run down the villains we have. So we have Salem, Cinder, Mercury, Emerald, Roman, Adam, um, Tyrion, Watts, Hazel, and Neo. So those are our villains, and I think I'm gonna talk about my favorite villain to my least favorite. That's what's gonna be for this video. First, I'm going to talk about Watts. I think he's probably my favorite villain of them all. I really liked it when he really shot down Cinder, and he's pretty sexy for a villain. And he's smart. His I think I like his egotism, and he can be petty sometimes. And his has a really good design. So Watts is my favorite. Next down the line will be Roman. I think Roman's probably my next favorite of the villains. I think he's pretty fun, charming. I like his sassiness and really giving it all. I like a villain that's fun to watch. Um, when I'm thinking about villains that are fun, I don't care about the ones that are miserable and don't care what they do. Uh, um like I like the villains that have fun what they're doing, and Roman's that kind of villain. He loves he has fun with it, and yeah, I think he's my second favorite of the villains. So yeah. Um, I think my next favorite villain of all time from Ruby, it has to be Tyrion. I mean, his basically a destruction incarnate, and he loves it. He loves being the villain, and he loves what Salem's plan is. He's the most in line with Salem plan is. I think that's what I love about Tyrion. And the fact that it, um, it, um, there's no stopping him what he does. His chaos and I love his you know devotion to Salem, and that's one thing that I like. And I find that fun for him. Same way find fun for Roman and Watts. Tyrion is a lot of fun as a villain. So yeah, his third. So at the fourth spot, I think Cinder is at fourth spot. Sh- like Tyrion, Roman, and Watts, they're always top tier. They're my favorites. We now on to characters that I feel not as great but are still good. I think Cinder is I would consider her as a good villain, at least for me. I think she's not a good, she's not a great villain. She fumbles a lot, and it's easy to make fun of her. I think I'm one of the people who's would love to make fun of her. But what makes me drawn to her is her burning anger and desire to work for Salem, and whatever she's doing, she's angry, and I think That's what makes me like interested in her. So she's at fourth spot for me. Um, um, so I think um in the first spot I will put Emerald because I think I think she made the most impact as a villain. She killed off Penny with her illusions, and then it then knocked off Pyrrha like a domino effect on Pyrrha. So she's gone as well. So I think Emerald made the most impact. And also, I think she's interesting that she's devoted to Cinder. That can be like a advantage and a disadvantage because sometimes she can be annoying with her simping. Like she can do it too much, where it's like insufferable. But yeah, the thing I don't like is that she turns good. Like the heroes like magically turn her like accept her, even though she killed off Penny. So that's why she's not as high as Cinder and the others. Um, um, that sixth part, it would be Neo. I think she's cute, cool. I like her design. Like she's basically the ice cream girl, and I do think that like her disability of being mute is an interesting aspect of her, and I think she's an interesting villain. But I'm just not attached to her as I am with the others. Like, it, I think that's just it, really. Like, I'm not attached to her. Um, I just don't. She's alright, but I just don't have a huge opinion on her. Um, I think I do like her fighting styles again, but like, I think the other villains are more impressive than Neo. So that's about it, really. Um, but I don't dislike her either. I think she's just okay. I think Salem, I think Salem is in the next spot for me because I think she's interesting. I do like her backstory and I like her presence as a villain. She's like manipulative and motherly. Like her aim is to divide everyone, and that's all. Um, my main issue is that you know she wants to destroy everyone, right? And she's like, um, she's indestructible. Like you can't defeat Salem. But one thing I don't get is why doesn't she just destroy everyone? And I get it. It won't be as interesting story, but her goal is to destroy. She could just easily destroy everyone, and I think I don't get why she doesn't do that anyway. So that's why she's kind of lower for me. She's cool, but I think she could have been better. Um, this next part are characters, villains that aren't really my favorite. So the next part will be Mercury. I think he hasn't made much impact as a villain, so that's why he's at low spot for me. I don't think he has made any impact at all. Like, I mean, he did defeat Yang. Um, I do have a soft spot for him, which is why he's not as lower. He does remind me of those edgy bad boys archetype, but somehow it feels endearing. I mean, it's fun to make fun of him, like when he does these like snarks and sarcasms, but it can be funny sometimes. So that's why he's like not as lower. So yeah, um, Mercury is at eighth spot for me. Next part would be Adam. I really don't care about Adam at all. Like, I was never invested in Adam, so um, um, that's why he's at ninth spot for me. Like, his kind of I hate his dialogues. I never liked him in the beginnings, so Adam's at ninth spot for me. Um, yeah, and I think he's only attached to Blake with as a villain. Um, and I was never drawn to his you know presence presence in the show. Although I can respect him as a villain, like he has made an impact. Like he has like attacked Yang and Blake. So I think I can respect him for that, but I still think like I'm never invested in Adam on at all. So here's that nice spot for me. Some of the barrel of my least favorite Ruby villain. It has to be Hazel. My least favorite villains are the stupid ones. So Hazel is basically a big stupid villain. Um, I mean, I get why people have villains have, if they don't have a reason to be a villain, they don't have to have a reason. But Hazel's reason to be a villain is so stupid to me. Like, I think it's to do with like Osprey. Gretchen died because of that, and his projecting anger towards Osprey only, like But that's Gretchen was trained to do this, um, so and he's attacking children for that as well. So Hazel's a big dumb meathead for me. So here's a bottom spot. So that's my placement for each of the villains. Watts, Tyrion, and Roman are my favorites. Um, Mercury, Adam, and Hazel are my least favorites, but I do have soft spot for Mercury. It's funny how the females are in the middle of my ranking. Honestly, this was just like I didn't intend for this. It's just coincidental that they were in the middle, but um, yeah, that's my thought for the villains. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share, and subscribe, and stay tuned for more.